Hello, my name is Cesar Espitia, and this is my final project for the MSDA Bridge Summer Program 2016 as a prerequisite for my master's program at SUNY. So for my project, I decided to do the assignment provided and not use my own data. So I based everything off of the Building Energies project. So I'm going to walk you through my code and explain the results of each piece and how they work. So in the first part, I need to ensure so that my code runs efficiently every single time and correctly without any errors that I drop the schema, which in this case is my building energy schema. That'll take care of not only dropping the database, but also any of the tables that I have created. From there, the first part of the project is to actually create it and then use the building energy database for all the tables that I will hold. So I did so here by using the create schema and use. In part two, we were asked to create two tables, energy categories and energy types, which I did so using the following code. I made my primary keys in the energy categories table, ECID, just for the ease of naming convention. In my create table, I did the same thing. I could have used a reference method here, a foreign key, but I didn't do so. I just recreated it again. From there, we inserted our values, which were in the table, 2 for the energy categories, and then 6 for the energy types. From there, part 3 asked us to write a join statement, and the results of that are actually here in this table, which shows us what the category is with the actual name of the energy type. In part 4, we were actually asked to create a building and a many-to-many relationship. So for that, I decided to create first the buildings table and then create a linking table just to ensure that I don't create unnecessary duplicate information in either the buildings table or energy types table. Using linking tables is good practice. So I did so, inserted all my values that were asked for, and then obviously a statement that shows building name and the energy type that's associated to that building. And that result is here. As you can see, we have the Borough of Manhattan, Chrysler Building, and Empire State Building. And here are the results that's shown in the project that we were supposed to match. Part 6 was we had to add more information. So obviously we had to modify 3 locations with this. The buildings table, the energy types table, and obviously my linking table to make sure that I have that data in there when I requery. Part 7 asked us to write a SQL script displaying the buildings that use renewable energy. So obviously I use the same format as in part 5, except this time I looked for anything with the ECID equal to 2, which in this case is renewable energy. And obviously part 8 is to figure out how many of these buildings exist, and that is shown. So, sorry, first of all, the statement will show me in part 7 the buildings that have renewable, and then in part 8 we needed to figure out the frequency by energy type and how many buildings had that, so here you go. And then lastly, I just wanted to show you the data that was inside each one. So here is my energy types table with nulls allowed. Here is my energy categories, and obviously we only have 2 right now, fossil and renewable. And then lastly, my linking table, the table that does all the many-to-many relationships instead of me building it out into each table unnecessarily. For part 9a, we were asked how you would create a foreign key. I would only alter one table from what I learned, and that would be the energy types table, and I would make, once again, the foreign key ECID reference the energy categories table because that's technically where it needs to come from. So this would be my script to do so. I grayed it out so it doesn't run. For 9b, it was to do the schema, which I can show you here. obviously need to rotate it so you guys can read it. Basically showing the four tables and how they're related. As you can see, here's the many-to-many relationships indicated by these crow's feet. And then obviously there's a many-to-many relationship in one direction here also. And then I also wanted to answer 9D, how would you make the change? In my opinion, I would only have to change the building energy types table by adding dates in there. By doing so, I would be able to count, and my report would look something either as a bar chart or as a pie chart. So an example would be, 1950s, 25% of the buildings had gas, 25% had steam, and 50% had electricity. And just as an example, and then in today, 2016, you may see something like quarter, 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 and then obviously you see solar now coming in, electricity going down, just to give you an idea. And this is my project for the Bridge program. It was very enjoyable. I learned a lot. Obviously, I'm used to working in SQL Server, but it's just learning new syntax. Thank you.